Welcome to the Sheepless Life podcast. We are your hosts, Yvonne de la Flor
and Severine Nassens, and we are the founders of the Sheepless Life Academy. Join us at sheeplesslife.com for a free and exclusive masterclass on sheepless living.
We created this podcast for women like you, who are ready and eager to live and lead without the herd mentality.
Women who are ready to be, not who your parents told you to be.
Not who the system expects you to be.
Not who the media wants you to be.
But who you can truly become.
So relax, step out of the herd for a moment.
Grab something to sip on and have a pencil at hand just in case you feel the urge to take some notes.
Let's get the show on the road. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 16th broadcast, and we are absolutely live. My name is Severine Nassens. I am here in Cancun, and on the other side of the line we have the amazing Yvonne de la Flor, live and kicking from Las Vegas. Yvonne, how are you?
I'm doing great. I'm about to do better when we talk about this topic because I'm super passionate about talking about selling like a woman.
Oh, yes. And we have been selling, I think, basically all of our lives. We've been in sales willingly or unwillingly, right?
Yes. Everybody's in sales. They just don't know it. You sell your ideas, you sell your beliefs, you sell your personality, you sell your fears. Let's. I'm not going to go there. Let's not open that box. But you sell your fears. You are actually offering to the world your image, your personality, who you are, and sometimes even who you are not. And others either buy or not. So.
Absolutely. And there's a whole theme about selling like a woman, because there's some currencies that talk about how we sell differently as women than men, or how we should act like men to be able to sell. And there's 3 topics that we're going to go through today. We've been structuring our podcast with 3 topics, and the first one is sell to serve and don't serve to sell.
Exactly. So first I desire to share that selling is not, it doesn't have a sex, right? It's not either feminine nor masculine. Mm-hmm. It's like it belongs to all humans that have something to offer that helps others resolve a problem. And in this, I just want to clarify that because it seems that there is a collective belief, not anymore, or there was a collective belief that selling was only for men. Mm-hmm. And so selling to serve, not serving to sell, is a play of words, but for me, this is what it means. When I really and genuinely, I'm selling a product or selling a skill that I have to serve others, people are going to feel that. Yes. If I'm just serving them to sell them into something that may or may not give them results, the results that they will lack in the future may show me that what I am, the initial intention of my sale was totally off. Is this clear? We got to be congruent that the reason we're on sales is to serve people. Whether we have a product that is physical or whether we are a coach that coaches life mastery, whatever it is, when we are serving, if we have something genuine that really works and helps people create results, we will be serving them. And money then becomes an inevitable outcome of genuine service to others. But when we serve just to sell, this is what I've seen in the market is I'm going to be kind to you. I'm going to be nice to you. I'm going to tell you how wonderful you are. I'm going to tell you how you belong to my group, to my mastermind, that how much value you will add to me. And as long or to the system or how much I can help you. And as long as you join my group, you buy my product, I totally forget about customer service. I totally forget about you. And you as my client become an object that fulfills my material needs, that becomes my monthly paycheck of my rent. And I totally lose the sight of the people that I came here to serve. So if the first priority of he or she who sells is to genuinely serve others and support them create results, and it's not about me, It's not about me just surviving or fulfilling a need, which has not, there's nothing wrong on it. Everybody desires to survive. And if everybody, I don't know if everybody, but mostly everybody in the world are required to pay a rent or to pay a fee or to pay a service, there's nothing wrong on that. But your motives in sales will be felt and will be seen in
Yes,
the evidence of your results, only all of
absolutely.
the time. What do you
That's
think?
something I can completely relate to that. I used to be part of an MLM company, multi-level company, and
Mm,
something that I noticed after a while. I mean, there's a very thin line between selling to serve and serving to sell. And I must admit, I have been in that second part where I was serving with the purpose of selling. I was giving conferences, I was doing a lot of trainings with the purpose of selling. It was not selling to serve, it was the other way around. And that is what, now that I've been through that experience and I'm out of the experience and I could step back and look at it, I noticed that it may work, and in many companies it will work, not necessarily a multi-level company. I'm speaking about the multi-level company because that's my
yes.
personal experience. But what I have seen is that many companies, both multi-level, regular, whatever type of company there is, if the focus is on training people, serving people, coaching people, to be able to sell to them in the end, because people will feel guilty and they will feel that they owe you something, so they will buy from you. But those
Yes.
customers will not be repeat customers. Those customers will not be loyal customers because they will feel that they have complied with with their part of the trade, and then they're out. You
Exactly.
you cannot generate loyal customers if you work like that. You may be I mean, I was pretty successful in selling because I was very successful in serving them first and then making them somehow feel that they owed me so they would buy. And but that was very temporary. It's not a continuous, I mean, it doesn't last. It will
It's
work for
not that,
short, it's
yes,
a short term, I mean, that's short term selling. It is not building up a long term business in this
exactly.
sense.
And it's not sustainable. And instead of becoming a genuine person that likes to serve and build businesses that matter, the businesses that will create and invest more in the growth and the benefit of the community, its
Mm-hmm.
employees, and the clientele as well, you become a predator of the system. And that's why
Mm-hmm.
we have like new promises every day. One of my sales coaches taught me something super powerful. When you are just paying for the money and you forget about your client, money will take you faster where you were already going. This was a gentleman that gave us a lot of teachings of sales, me and other people that I know. And that was such a priceless feedback, right? It was such a
Yeah.
priceless thing. Money will take you faster where you were already going. If you are selling to serve, money will show up and will take you faster to serve people and help them create
Yes.
results. If you are just serving to sell, money will send you to crash and to offer every day the new promise, the new shiny object, promising you that you will solve all your problems just with this pill. You will lose all the weight
Mm-hmm.
just by taking these 2 pills per day only for a month, and you will have the super body of, I don't know,
A
the 10,
supermodel.
like a supermodel, a Victoria's Secret, that they work their ASSS offs. We don't curse in the podcast, so I just spelled it. Yes, I just realized that we're live on a podcast. And so um, it's super important to be aware of your motives. And as soon as you forget about your client and you make it about you, you miss the whole point.
Absolutely.
It's like a surgeon forgetting what is the organ that I'm going to do surgery of in this person. If
Mm-hmm.
it's all about me, I don't care. I'll just get him in the surgery room. They already pay me my money. I'll let him die on the table. That's already, you become a predator of the system rather than an investor and a creator. And that will reflect in your numbers, that will reflect in your sales, that will reflect in your offers and in the character of of not only of yourself but in the future of your clients as well.
Absolutely. Phew. We
Yes.
got that off our chest.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, it's. I think another important thing that we wanted to talk about, apart from selling to serve, is that we don't, as women, we don't have to speak or act like a man to be able to sell. I have seen very successful saleswomen in the car industry or in the construction industry, and they have been very successful because they are absolutely who they are. They do not pretend to be male, they do not pretend to be a man. And being ourselves as women, I think we have so many advantages as women to be able to sell that we absolutely don't have to go there in acting or trying to be like a man to be able to be successful in sales.
Exactly. Well, for me, I don't have to speak or sell like a man means I don't have to enter into a position of alpha. I don't have to enter into a position of proving the system that I have got. I have heard and seen so many advertisements, so many encouragement from women to sell and have balls. I don't
Mm.
have balls, Sebi. I don't.
Well,
you
we
know,
don't have
I
balls, we
don't.
have
I have
ovaries.
ovaries. Yes, I have ovaries. But even if I say ovaries or balls or whatever, I don't really need to speak like that. If what, and I think this is going to be linked, the point number 2 of the podcast is going to link to our number 3, our third point, which is if I know my worth, and if what I offer to the people I come here to serve, the product, the service, whatever it is, tangible or intangible, helps them create results. And I know it's worthy. I am going to create results. I don't need to yell. I don't need to curse. I don't need to pretend that I'm fighting with a man, to be like a man, to yell like a man. I can still sell feminine and I don't even have to use my feminine skills to do that. I don't need to do persuasion. When someone has worth in what they do, what they offer, and we resolve a problem, that's all we need to have successful sales. Obviously, you're required to do the work. Obviously, you're required to do offers. You're required to promote because the offer never made is the sale never made. There's
Exactly.
incredible, valuable people out there that have incredible, valuable products and services that they could offer to the world, but they just don't like to do the work. And that applies for both women and men. So
Yes.
we don't have to sell like a man. We're required to know our worth, have a product, a service that helps people resolve problems, sell the problem, not the product, be consistent in our work, be congruent with what we serve, avoid promising the moon, and we don't have to be like a man. We can absolutely sell like a girl.
Yes, and I mean, we can stay elegant and sell with grace. And an invitation I would like to do to everybody who's listening and who's into selling whatever they're selling, whether it's a product or whether it's a service, is do it as a lady, do it elegantly, and do it with
Yes,
grace. Review the verbiage that you're using for your sales without being aggressive. We do not need to be aggressive to be able to sell. We can sell in a gentle and ladylike and very elegant manner, as long as, just like you said, Yvonne, as long as you know your worth and you know the worth of what you're offering, people will
yes,
buy. You don't actually have to sell. People will come and ask you for it. People will come and buy it from you because they
exactly.
can see the worth that's in you. And in the end, whatever we sell, the first thing that we sell is our personality.
Okay, we sell ourselves. Yes, people
Yes,
buy you first than the product. They
exactly.
buy you, the result you've had, and also the hope for their problem to be resolved, their
Mm-hmm.
lives to get better, their existence to get a little bit more more prosperous and
Mm-hmm.
more harmonic. And if you know your worth, and if what you offer to others do help them, not only about you, remember, this is like a romance between the seller and the buyer. If you don't invest in your buyer, if you don't take care of your clientele, if you don't assist, if you don't deliver customer service, you forget about your customer. You are not selling, you're just predating, and you will be in a survival mode almost every day.
Yes.
That's all I have to say today. So sell like a girl.
Well, let's go out and offer this podcast to many, many more people. If you are liking this topic, if you find the information that we've been sharing with you as helpful, please do like, subscribe, and share with your friends so that we can serve many, many more. This is it for the 16th podcast, and we will hear you next week.
Subscribe to this weekly podcast on iTunes, Google Play, or Stitcher. Share your thoughts with us on Facebook.com/Sheepless Life Academy and learn firsthand how to live a sheepless life with Yvonne and receive an exclusive in-depth masterclass at sheeplesslife.com.